Okay. How to query the records? How to query the records? So I have to query the user records. So I have initialized glide record. I have initialized glide record. I want to query all the users' email address. I want to query all the users' email address. So what I will do? Gr user dot query. You have to use query function to query all the records. Okay. So you have to print all the users' email address, right? So see, if you have to print one email address, that is fine. If you have to print all the user records email address, you have to use while loop here. You have to iterate how many users are there. Those many times you have to iterate. Those many times you have to print the email address. While gr user dot next. Okay. So I have to print the email addresses, right? gs dot print. This line is actually used to print the output. Okay, this gs dot print is used to print the output on the console here on the left side. Gr user dot email field, right? On the user table, you have to print email. So if I run this script, you guys can see it will actually print all the email addresses. All the email address of the users has actually printed here. It has printed all the users' email addresses are there. Why is it showing empty here? Yes, there is no email for that particular user. Okay, so I don't want all the user email addresses. I want only able tutor email address. Huh? I want only able tutor email address. So if you want to get able tutor email address, you must be aware of able tutor sysad. You go here. Where is able? Able is quite a famous guy here.
His name is Abil, right? You said.
Yeah, he is Abil. So here there is no condition. Earlier there is no condition. That is why he is querying all the records. So here I am actually keeping a condition. Okay. Now it will not query all the records. It will only query the condition. So gr user dot add query. So I am actually querying with the sysad field. There is sysad field on the table, right? Every table has the sysad field. Able tutor sysad. So now it will only print able tutor email address. It has print only able tutor email address. So here along, see, I want able tutor first name, able tutor last name, and able tutor full name. So what I want to do is able, in place of email, I want to print first name. First name. Full name. So if I enter this one, here, able tutor first name, able tutor last name, able tutor full name is appearing or not? Huh? If you take a look at here, able tutor first name, last name, and full name. Full name is actually the field is not on the form, that is actually the back end. Okay. So we are able to get the first name, last name, full name from the glide record, right? So we had used get reference. We had used get reference. So in place of get reference, you can use glide record. Clear now? The problem is that ServiceNow is again telling don't use glide record. Don't use get reference, don't use glide record. Use alternative method to get the values, reference record values. Yeah, we'll move ahead. ServiceNow is not recommending to use get reference and glide record. So we'll park it aside. We'll keep it aside. We have discussed about glide record crude operation. Crude operations in the sense out of crude, we have discussed about create. We have discussed about read. Read is nothing but query. How to query the records, you are able to understand it. See, here you have actually queried with SysID, right? You can also query with the first name as well. Okay, here, if the first name is Uday, the first name is Uday, query that particular record, print that particular user last name and email address, last name, full name. So what is there is Uday record, right? We have created Uday record, right? So that Uday record, last name, email address and full name. So if I run this script, see what is it telling? Uday Kishore 522@gmail.com. Gadiparthi, Uday Gadiparthi is actually the output that we receive. So you can query with any field, not only SysID. So let us say if you have multiple queries. If you have multiple queries. So if you want to print active users, if you want to print active users, so in the user table you have active users and inactive users, right? So out of this you want to print only active users. Active users email address. So out of these active users, you want to print only contractor email addresses. Then what you will do? You will keep another query. gr user dot add query. Okay, u underscore contractor comma true. So it will actually query the user table. It will actually query the active records. Out of the active records, it will only query for the contractors. So contractor's email address I have to print here. These many are the contractors. These many people are the contractors. So let me just take this Isabel, whether he is contractor and active or not, I want to check. He is contractor and active. So that is how you will query the records. You will read the records. Reading is nothing but querying.